who is Mary Chaney? So I have about 33 years of experience in the cybersecurity profession, starting out as a IT geek by trade. My bachelor's degree is in information systems. After graduating from undergrad, I went to law school. So I went to Texas Southern University, Thurgood Marshall School of Law, where I obtained my JD and took and passed the bar. Pretty much shelved it a little bit because I followed my first mind, my first heart was to be an FBI agent. And so I went into the FBI and was a special agent for the FBI where I investigated cybercrime. So back then, way back when, it was auction fraud. It was eBay. eBay was big. It was just the beginning of the dating, the dating sites and things like that. We got into some intellectual property infringement cases and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. I mean, the FBI is one of those places that really allows you to explore various things, and I was able to do so. I also, while being a special agent, I was also the information security officer for the Los Angeles field office. So associate chief security officer, information security officer, securing systems in all of the LA field office, which essentially went from halfway to San Francisco, halfway to San Diego, halfway to Vegas. So it was a really broad area, and anywhere you had systems that belonged to the FBI that had FBI information, you had to do an assessment of whether or not the building was up to code, and that all depends on classification systems and unclass and class and all that other stuff. But all that to be said, that was a lot of fun. After leaving the bureau, I started my first go round as an entrepreneur. My MBS Information Security Consulting was my first organization that I launched, and I was helping organizations build out information security programs. So that is a ongoing theme throughout my career. We're helping individuals getting a handle on their cybersecurity risk, information security risk, and being able to build programs, draft policies and procedures around it, create different types of roadmaps for them to be able to follow, to be able to reduce their risk, depending upon exactly what it is they did for business. Because what you do in healthcare is different from what you do in financial services and all of that. I then, as I often say, ran out of money the first time, as entrepreneurs are prone to do, especially underrepresented entrepreneurs. But and went into corporate America. So I was the director of incident response for GE Capital. That was my first role. So I started my career at the executive level. And then after spending director of incident response for GE Capital, I was doing security awareness, database security, data leak prevention, all these other different things, incident response, of course, and security awareness and things of that nature. I then transitioned where I stood up and ran the Security Operations Center for J&J. It was a global SOC 24 by 7. So I put that team together and was able to actually give them curriculum to follow to develop their career, which is some of the things that we do with Mike. And then I transitioned to a short stint with Comcast Corporation in their global CISO's office, and I left corporate America and decided that I was going to start my own cybersecurity and privacy law practice. So I came back down to Texas where I was barred, which is where I am now. Came back down to Texas and started my own law practice, cybersecurity and privacy law practice, which was doing ultimately fine until 2020. And 2020 happened and everything went awry. And so I went back into corporate America from 2020 until 2022, where I was the director of information security and privacy for a small therapeutic organization. And so that's Mary as a career. I started minorities in cybersecurity in 2019. Again, as I pointed out before, I started minorities in cybersecurity because I wanted for individuals to be able to have a leadership development organization focused more on non-technical training skills. And so the foundation for Mike, I had amassed upwards of 30 some odd people, women and men of color, mentees. And we would have these conversations, and they were actually struggling with not only how to break into cybersecurity, but how to build out their career in cybersecurity and how to be successful and matriculate up through the profession from from the beginning all the way to a CISO. And so being able to provide them with guidance and support just gave me an idea that, hey, look at this. This may be something that we need to have more broader. So I started Mike essentially to expand our purview and reach and bring in those members of the community that have reached a certain level of success and be able to provide a community where underrepresented folks can go to be able to, you know, develop, learn, grow, and potentially, find other opportunities within the profession. And so the desire, or my desire, for minorities in cybersecurity was always to be able to help the individual navigate their career and their career success. And then I started Mike Talent Solutions in 2021. No. I started Mike Talent Solutions in 2022 to be a way for individuals to now get placed into these roles in cybersecurity. I'm all for action. If I see something, I want to do something about it. I believe that the cybersecurity profession is doing a disservice to talent that's out there, that exists right now, that are ready and prepared to take on some of these roles and take on these challenges. And a lot of organizations do not go to places where the talent exists. So I wanted to create a place that an organization can go to find underrepresented talent.